So Noah, when you think about the Windsor Spitfires, what has this organization meant to you throughout your life?
It means so much. I mean, my grandpa always had season tickets, and we'd kind of split them throughout the family and rotate. And I was always so excited when it was our turn to get in here and to come watch. And I used to look up to this team and always wanted to be where I am. So it is pretty cool. It's pretty cool to be that role model of that I once looked up to. So yeah, it means a great amount to me.
Who was your favorite Spitfire as a kid?
I don't know if I had a favorite. I liked Velarde a lot when he played. Obviously Hall and Ellis. I was a little younger at that time when they were here, but yeah, I liked Velarde a lot. I liked Logan Stanley. He came to my school when I was younger and did some stuff in the community. So I thought I usually liked those guys from that team.
You mentioned Logan Stanley visiting your school, and I wonder if growing up here and knowing the impact that he made by being in your school, if that has helped give unique perspective on when you go into the community and help out kids from Windsor.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I like to look at it from when I was younger and when I would come here and how excited I was to see them and just how I looked up to them. And I think it's good. We have everybody in our team is so good in the community and so respectful outside of the rink, and I think we make a very positive impact, and it is kind of does come full circle when you realize it when you're making that impact to a younger kid, and yeah, it's a really cool feeling.
Do you have memories of the Memorial Cup runs, and were you at any games during any of those special springs?
I wasn't at the final when they won here, but I did come to. I think I came to 2 games during that tournament in Windsor, and it was incredible. And I keep telling everybody that we got to bring that kind of that team back and have that kind of mentality, and because when it was so fun coming to those games, and you could just tell how excited people were for the team and for the city, and that's ultimately what we want to bring.
What makes Windsor such a special hockey town?
It's just it's the only team we've got right now. It's the biggest team in the city, right? So. Thursday nights, we get a huge crowd, and we get so many good players for people to come see, and it's super entertaining. It's really good hockey, and it's a kind of a chance to see guys before they can go take the next step and to the next level. And I just think the city cares so much about the Spitfires, and that's what makes it such a great place to play.
When your teammates who are not from Windsor ask you about what it's like here growing up, what do you share with them about how many Wings fans are in town, how many Leafs fans are in town, and how that convergence of those two loyalties makes it a very special place?
Yeah, honestly, I almost feel like it's a 50-50 split down the middle. But, I mean, if you were to go over to Detroit and watch a Leafs and Wings game, it's, like I said, it's almost a split down the middle of fans in the building. And, yeah, it is. It's really cool. It shows how much the city cares about hockey and cares about its sports teams, and even if it is just over the border, but we're definitely up there for a lot of people in this city.
What has made this a special season, do you think, Noah, for you personally, as your development has really taken on these higher and higher levels this season?
I just think it's my work ethic right now. I'm really trying to really want to get better every day, and that's kind of my mindset. And if there's something I need to get better on, I make sure I focus working on that after practice. And it's just it feels really good to be able to kind of take a nice offensive step this year, and give my team a lot of confidence and trust in me, and same with my coaches. And yeah, it's big for us, and we were kind of lacking that last year, so it feels good to be able to come in and play a bigger role.
To wear a letter on the sweater for you, what does that mean as someone who's now part of the leadership group of this franchise that's meant so much to you?
It's really cool. Every time I get to wear it, like I said before, it puts it in perspective of kind of the impact I can bring, and kind of help younger guys and even older guys get to where they want to go and get the team moving in the right direction. And I mean, our captain Liam Greenshoe's fantastic too, and he's a huge leader for us, and he's vocal, and his work ethic too. It's unmatched. We can't match it, right? So he's great, and he helps me, and I help him, and we all help each other. And yeah, it does feel good to wear it, but it's more of a team thing.
Remember the first time that you saw an A on your sweater, and who you thought about, what memories came back to you, and what that meant to you from a family standpoint.
From a family standpoint, obviously I go to my parents. I mean, they played such a huge role in getting me here. I think it's been almost 8 years now since my mom's passed away, and my dad 9 years. So every time I get out there during the national anthem, I think about them every time, and I wish they could see me here and see me play here, and I know they'd love it. And like I said, though, my uncle's here every night, so it's pretty cool for him to come watch, and it means a lot to me.
You mentioned just the tragedies that you endured of losing both your parents at a very young age. Noah, how did you get from that point in your life to where you are now?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I've kind of always used it as, I don't want to call it motivation, because my dad used to always tell me, don't play for anybody but yourself. So, but I looked at how they carried themselves throughout their lives, and with a smile on their face all the time, and I just try to bring out that quality in myself, and I try to be everything that they wanted me to be.
When you think about their unique individual personalities, how do you represent each of them in your own personality traits now?
Like just try to be the happiest guy I can be. I got nothing to worry about. I don't know. Every time all my memories of them have how good and how happy and kind and how great people they were. So that's kind of what I want to do, and how I kind of live out their lives through me, and that's kind of how I approach my life.
And your aunt and uncle have cared for you and your brother since your parents passed. How have they had a very unique influence on your life as well?
They've been awesome. Me and my brother, we both love them so much, and we thank them for everything that they do for us. And it's obviously it's different. It's kind of not many kids have to live that in the way we have, but we make it work, and we respect them so much, and we love them, and they do a ton for us. They've got 4 kids, so the house can get pretty wild at times. But yeah, it's awesome. They do so much for us, and we appreciate it.
I was going to ask you about that. Having 4 young cousins around a lot, what is that experience like? You're almost probably somewhere in between a cousin, a brother, an uncle almost in some ways.
Yeah.
What's that experience like for you now?
It's cool. Like I said before about being a role model, I try to do the same thing when I'm around them, and I know they look up to both me and my brother, and it's so cool to kind of see how they come up too. So because when I was younger, obviously my brother, you don't get to watch the progression of life really. So it's really cool to see, and they're awesome, and they're funny, and they get wild sometimes, but it's, for the most part, it's pretty awesome to have them around.
I imagine they have a lot of Spitfires sweaters and gear at the house too.
Yeah.
What have been some of the things they've offered as feedback or encouragement for you during the course of the season?
It is funny. My uncle sent me videos sometimes of the one, and she's just standing in front of the TV watching the game, and she's trying to yell at me to get going and score a goal for her, and she thinks I can hear her or what. I don't know, but it's awesome, and they love coming here too. Whenever there's a day game, they'll bring the kids, and they usually have a good time.
I want to ask you about Christian as well, being a golfer at Memphis. How do you each have your own different sporting passions, and how do you support each other on this pretty unique journey to have as brothers?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and we do support each other, and he works so hard in his own game and in his own way, and we're a lot different, but we're very similar at the same time. And when it comes to sports, and when it comes to what we want, we're gonna work for it. So. I love him so much, and he's a huge part of my life, and he's in Memphis right now, so I think he'll be back probably around April. So, but yeah, it'll be good to get him back, and then we'll play golf and hang out in the summer, and it'll be good.
He'll have some Spitfires playoff games to watch.
He will. He should. Yeah.
No, thanks so much for your time. It's an honor to be able to share your story. All the best. Thank you so
very much.